arrows up for the Salle Green Archers as they begin a new chapter in UAAP Season 81. They've overhauled the roster following the departure of big man Ben Mbala and the Rivera brothers, Richie and Prince. They've also welcomed a new coach in Coach Louie Gonzalez, and joining me right now to share his expectations from the green and white is Sports Desk basketball analyst and former UP Fighting Maroon, Kyles Lao. Welcome back to the show, Kyles. Good morning.
Good morning, Andre.
All right, usually when teams go through a lot of changes, especially you lose a former MVP in Ben Mbala and a promising young player in Richie Rivero, and then also a guy who contributes a lot in Prince, and then a coach, usually isipin ng tao, naku, baka hindi na makapasok ng even ng Final Four. But LaSalle, with Coach Louie Gonzalez, he says around 60% of the Green Archers are new, but a lot of people are still saying, including yourself, they are still a contender in the UAAP. Give me your thoughts on the LaSalle Green Archers for Season 81, Kyles.
Well, I think LaSalle's in good hands in Coach Louie. He's one of the assistant of Coach Alden Ayo when he was in Letran when they won the championship.
That's right.
Assistant coach of Coach Alden again in LaSalle when they won in the UAAP. So I think the system that Coach Louie is executing right now in LaSalle is not much different from what they went through with Coach Alden. So yung system very similar. So again with defense, mayhem. Kasi medyo yung kay Coach Louie, one of the creator rin siya ng mayhem with Coach Alden. Eh. So yun nga, they really showed a lot of promise during the Phil Oil Flying V tournament. They've won crucial games against Gilas, UP, and other UAAP teams. For me, I think they're still a playoff team because of the fact that the exit of Ben Mbala, Rivero brothers, and Abu Tratter can pave way to a lot of new players or even players that didn't had the chance last year to step up to the plate and perform this season.
Okay, one of their newest or biggest additions, literally and figuratively, is Taane Samuel. A lot of hype surrounding this young man. He's from New Zealand. He's seen as a replacement to Ben Mbala. But talk about this man. We've seen footage clips of him on YouTube, and you also saw him live play. What can fans expect from Taane Samuel, and how does he measure up realistically to replacing Ben Mbala and also measuring up against other dominant foreign student players? You have Isa Gaye, you have Kwame from Ateneo coming in, you have Bright Akweti. How can Taane Samuel match up?
Well, for Samuel, it's more of he has to perform on the UAAP level. We have yet to see that this season. So what we can expect from him, of course, is to give the other big men a hard time. On size alone, we can see na 6'8", very hefty, very big. Even Bright Akweti had a hard time in the preseason tournament. So he can do that easily on size alone. But then this guy is very much different from Ben Mbala. Ben Mbala, for us, he's more of a small man trapped in a big man's body.
Yeah.
So si Samuel, more on a legit big talaga siya. So we can't expect Ben Mbala stat lines from Samuel yet, not yet. So what we can expect from him is that yung intimidation factor inside the paint, presence inside, good post-up game, and of course, yung rebounding na binibigay ni Big Ben Mbala last year.
I heard he can also stretch the floor. He can also shoot from the outside.
He shoots the three from time to
decently,
time.
Yeah, okay. But he's not alone. He still got Balti Baltazar and Santi Santillan there, and Santi had a great season in Season 80. Baltazar, former standout in NU in the juniors division, still hasn't kind of shown his wares in the seniors division, pero breakout year daw to ni Baltazar. What can you say about these two players, Baltazar and Santillan?
Well, for Baltazar, he's 6'7", top recruit from his class. So we all know that the kid can play. He just needed the time, just needed the confidence to show what he can do. And I think Coach Louie is giving him that confidence this year. He has shown it during the Phil Oil Flying V tournament, in their tournaments outside the country. He has shown bright spots for Coach Louie. He even averaged double digits in their preseason tournaments. For Santi Santillan, he's more of a silent worker. Again, 6'5", do-it-all guy.
Hindi mo kailangan gawa ng play eh.
Yeah, hindi mo kailangan gumawa ng
Yeah,
play.
just do the dirty work.
Putbacks, draw charges, does everything that the team needs. The one thing that I would highlight about Santi Santillan is what Coach Tab said about him.
Which is?
He's quickly becoming my favorite player in Philippine basketball. So, Coach Tab, we all know that he has an eye for talent. And sino ba naman tayo para questionin yung decision na yun ni Coach?
Strong words
Yeah,
from Coach Tab Baldwin, a champion college. Yeah.
Again, Santi Santillan, watch out for this guy for LaSalle this year.
Watch out for these two guys. You're right, Santillan and Baltazar. Now from the front court, let's move now to the back court. You still have the old reliables here. Mont Carmel is still there. They love hanging out with each other on and off the court. I'm talking about Kim Montalvo, Andre Kakakut, and Aljun Melesio. Kyles, what do you want to highlight from these three guys for LaSalle?
Well, of course, with the exit of Rivero brothers, there's a hole in the 1, 2, 3 spot that Richie Rivero had last season. So, bulk of the guard minutes would go to these three guys. Montalvo being their court general, Melesio being their spark, and Karakot being their legit scorer. So, again, yun nga, what's scary for LaSalle is that any of these three can heat up and shoot the lights out any day. So, they can have a big game against other schools. So you wouldn't know where would the arrows hit actually. So yun nga yung nakakatakot pag kalaban mo yung LaSalle. Pag this year, either of the three. So dati, Big Ben lang talaga, Ben Embala, kailangan mo stop. This season, meron silang Santi Santillan, Baltazar on the front line. Backcourt mo, solid pa rin with the three. So yun nga. I think LaSalle's recovering from the loss of Geronteng nung kasi wala silang closer. But then I'm not going to be surprised if one of these three would step up as their legit closer in the clutch moments this season.
Well, let's see. Exciting times to see malapit ng UAAP. Thank you again, Kyles. And we'll have you again, definitely. Again, we just had Sports Desk basketball analyst and former UP Fighting Maroon, Kyles Lao.